What's up? I'm Terriell, and today we're going to be doing some reformer on the mat. If you've ever taken a Pilates equipment class or been inside a Pilates equipment studio, you've probably seen the Pilates Reformer. This super versatile piece of Pilates equipment has a ton of exercises that are great for the entire body. An awesome thing about the Reformer is that you don't necessarily need a reformer to do the exercises. With just a few modifications, we can take those reformer exercises and bring them onto your mat at home without any equipment needed. Today, we're gonna adapt a few reformer exercises for your mat at home. We're gonna take about 15 minutes to get nice and sweaty and really work the entire body. And with all that said, let's get started. All right, here we are on the mat. I'm gonna have you lie down on your back, and we're gonna start with the 100. And because we're doing a reformer on the mat, I wanna start the 100 like we would on the reformer. So lengthen your legs out long and then squeeze them tight together in Pilates stance. We'll reach the arms straight up to the ceiling. And now as your arms float down, legs squeeze tight together, they lift 2 inches, your head lifts in a curl. And now begin to pump up and down, breathing in and breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, exhale, 3, 4, 5. In with the air, out with the air. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Keep going here, breathing in for 5, breathing out for 5. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Let's curl a little bit higher. We have 2 more breaths in and out. 1 more breath, big vigorous pumps. Exhale. Good, hold that position. We'll come out of this the same way that we got in. So those legs start to lower, arms lift, head lowers. Next, we'll do some short spine massage. So I want you to bring your arms long by your sides and pull the knees into the chest. We'll take a frog position, knees in towards shoulders, heels together, toes apart. From here, pretend like you're pushing something away as you lengthen your legs up and out. And then you're gonna roll up the spine, aiming those legs to about 45 degrees above. Now, bend your knees into your shoulders. Keep your heels above your eyeballs, and then slowly roll down through your spine as you lengthen your hips away from your heels. Once your hips hit the mat, go ahead and frog back into that beginning position. We'll do that a couple more times. Inhale, reach the legs. Exhale, up and over. Bend the knees in, and then roll down with control. And frog in. 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, up and over. Knees bent in, find that frog. And then roll it down. And frog in. 1 more time. Inhale, reach. And up and over. Ooh. Bend in. And melt it down to frog in. Coordination is next. So now we'll curl up as if our abs weren't tired already. Bend your elbows, tucking them in tight towards the body. Just keep them glued to the floor or into your mat here. Now breathe in, reach your arms and legs out. Open, close the legs 1 time. Pull your knees all the way into your nose, curl higher, and then bend those elbows. 3 more times. Inhale, reach. Open, close. Exhale, knees into nose. Elbows bend. Last 2 times. Inhale, reach. Open, close. Exhale, knees in. Elbows bend. 2 more times. Open, close. Knees pull into nose. Elbows bend. Last one. Breathe in. Hold your breath. Exhale, knees. Elbows bend. Rest your head down. All right, go ahead and rock and roll all the way up to sit. We're going to do a little short box. We come to a seated position here with legs long out in front. Let's go ahead and keep the legs about hip width distance apart. From here, I want you to wrap your arms around the waist, giving yourself a hug. and then round through your spine, finding a C curve and really pulling those abdominals in as tightly as you can. From there, we'll stay curved as you begin to tip back. Now flex in your feet and just think of pushing through your heels, but don't let those heels come off the floor. And keep going, go to your point of control. And then I want you to think of rounding over those arms, deepening that C curve to come all the way to the top. Stay rounded here. Let's just go right back into that rounded shape, trying to round back. I want you to really challenge yourself here, thinking of going just a little bit further than you did before. Maybe finding a shake in the low belly by pulling the belly inward and upward. And then exhale all the way up and over. One more time, round back. And really scoop deeply, go a little bit further than you did on that second one. This time, hold your point of control, squeeze your seat, round more from the breastbone, pull the low belly in, shake, 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 and then exhale forward and over. Now we're gonna do a flat back variation here. I want you to hook your thumbs together like so that you can pull them apart. Reach your arms up to the sky, and now lift really tall through your spine. Now hinge it back, nice and tall. Lifting, reaching, keeping the back flat, especially that low back. Find a shake, feel that earthquake, and then grow taller on the way back up. Now make sure you're energetically pulling those thumbs apart to lift tall. Work the scoop of the abs, keep your ribs in. Hinge, hinge, hold it, earthquake, and then squeeze your seat and come all the way up to the top. One more time. Lift up, reach back, hinging 3, 2, 1, and then exhale forward. Good. From there, round over, reach for your toes. Give yourself a little hamstring stretch, and then shake your thighs out if your hip flexors or quads were gripping. In this seated position, that's sometimes normal, especially if you're new to this work. So now I want you to catch your right ankle here, and then go ahead and just lift it up as you tip back onto your tailbone. We're gonna do some tree. So go ahead and walk your hands underneath or behind the back of the thigh, above the knee, and then bend your knee in to pull it in closer to your chest. Now I want you to really lift as tall as you can, and now extend that leg and bend it in again. Extend the leg and bend, staying tall. Now extend it. Now you get to hold it and walk your hands back up to your ankle. From there, we stretch by pulling that leg in toward you, rounding your nose toward your knee. These elbows bend to the side, and then slide your hip forward if you feel like you're hiked up and not square. That's usually pretty normal. And now we're gonna tip back to stand on the ceiling, and then go ahead and start to climb down your leg, lowering your spine down to the mat. Try not to do that. Try to do it as smooth as possible. We'll go chin to the chest here, and then climb back up. Yeah, that's it. And now stay around and keep that leg lifted. We'll climb down 3, 2, 1, and climb up 3, 2, 1. One more time. Climb down 3, 2, 1, and climb up 3, 2, 1. Hold that stretch, nose to the knee. And now I want you to tip forward slightly, and then just lift in your spine and try to get that leg up higher for 3, for 2, for 1, and then send it all the way down. Go ahead and reach over around for your toes. Shaking that out. And then we'll pick up that left leg here, like we did on the other side, and tip back. And now from here, walk your hands above the knee, behind the thigh, elbows bent to the side. Go ahead and bend that knee and pull it into your chest and grow taller. And then extend out again and stay that tall. Bend in and reach it out, extend. One more time, bend it in, reach it out, extend, hold there. Walk your hands up to your ankle. Slide your hip forward if you need to, if you feel like you're off center, and then round, nose to the knee. This side is tighter for me. And from here, let's tip back, take that whole shape backward, And then start to climb down the leg. 3, 2, 1. And go ahead and climb up. 3, 2, 1. Deep stretch. And climb down. 3, 2, 1. That one was a little bit smoother. Good job, Terriell. 3. And I hope yours are getting smoother as you go along too. And let's go again. Climb it down. 3, 2, 1. And climb back up for 3. Whoop. For 2. For 1. Hold the stretch. And now go ahead and tip forward. Lift tall in your spine. Keep pulling that leg in towards you. Yes. And then send that leg down. Reach over. Touch your toes. Okay. From here, sit in the center of your mat. Pull your knees into your chest. We're going to do what's called stomach massage next. So now I want you to tent your fingertips. Place them in front of your hips. We want soft elbows, but long in arm. I know it's kind of an oxymoron. Now just tip backward onto your tail. Find a frog position here, lifting your feet off. And now I want you to point your toes. From here, we'll reach the legs out to straight. Flex the feet, point the feet, pull the knees in. And this goes pretty quick. We reach out, we flex, we point, we pull in and out. Flex, point, in. Go for 4 and a 3. Last 2. Use those abs to keep you upright. And then pull in. Good. Hug those knees into the chest. Give yourself a tiny little break. And now I want you to lift your spine really tall. Reach your arms to the ceiling. Circle them all the way back behind you. And then tent your fingertips. And now I want you to think of straight arms flat back the whole time. Lift your feet off the floor. Okay, same thing. Pointed feet. Reach out. Flex. Point. In. Reach out. Flex. Point. In. Now keep lifting tall. You have 4 more. Flex. Point. In and 3. In and 2. In and 1. Ooh. Go ahead and set those feet down. Hug those knees in. Give yourself a little break. And now I want you to spin yourself around. We're gonna come to hands on the floor and then feet on the floor, kind of in a downward doggish position, but I want you to walk in a little bit so it's a little bit more narrow than it would usually be. This is elephant. So in this spot, try to scoop in to your low belly and then round, reaching the back of your ribs up to the ceiling. And then whether or not your heels touch the ground is kind of up to your flexibility, but you want to try to dig those heels downward, tuck your tailbone, reach it towards the floor, and then lift all 10 toes off the mat. And from here, we're going to take baby steps, 8 steps forward, starting with the right, dragging that heel forward, 8, left, 7, right, 6, and then the legs stay straight. And as you go forward, that spine rounds more, and you can start to tent your fingertips to give yourself more space if necessary. And keep your head really heavy here, coming to the top. And then let's start walking back with the left, dragging that heel backward into the mud. Staying rounded and scooping deep into your abdominals. 3, 2, 1. Left foot forward this time for 8, 7. Use the belly to pull that leg forward. 6, 5, 4. Try to walk all the way to those hands. Rounding more. 2, 1. And then reverse right foot back. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now go ahead and bend your knees down onto the mat. Next is knee stretches. So I'm going to have you place your palms flat down to the mat here. Tuck your toes under and round the back. Here we are with a round back position. And now in this variation, we're going to lift the knees right away off the mat. So go ahead and lift. Now you're using your powerhouse, those abs, as much as your arms and legs, if not more. And hold it here for 3, Keep holding 2 and 1, and then lower down. And now if you feel like that's enough for you today, do that 2 more times. If you want more, go ahead and follow along with me. So now we'll round the spine again and lift. Stay here or follow me. Right knee pulls into the chest and then stretches out. 8, 7, 6, 5, it's quick. 4, keep rounding. 3, make sure your knee is still really low to the ground. 1, 2 toes on the mat. Quick rest down. Shake out your wrists if you need to. Round your spine. Here we go again. Lift off. Scoop the abs in. Left knee to chest and reach out. 8, in, 7, in, 6. The emphasis is on the in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Replace the foot. Lower your knees down. All right, now go ahead and flip back to your back. Lie down all the way. We'll do some running next. So now I want you to bring your hands behind your head, palm over palm, and then go ahead and curl up head, neck, and shoulders here. Send your legs out to 45 degrees, staying in parallel. And from here, we pedal through the feet. So I want you to flex your right foot, keeping that left foot pointed, and then just switch. And then switch, pedaling through those feet, and switch, and switch. And now keep your eyes on your belly, and let's start to pick up tempo. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, lowering the legs to make it more challenging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, now bend your knees in and lower your head down. Place your feet flat on the mat here. And now I want you to widen them the width of your mat and let your toes go just slightly off the side. So we're in a little external rotation. Palms flat down. And now all we're gonna do is lift our toes off so we're digging into the heels. And then scoop your low belly in to tuck that tailbone under. Begin to peel your spine off the mat. And let's go high today. So go up as high as you can, keeping your ribs in, of course. And then enjoy the way down. Think of pulling your heels toward you to send your tailbone forward, creating more space for your back as you lower all the way down. To untuck, flat back at the bottom. And then go again, curl under to lift. All the way up. This feels really good on my spine. Hope it feels good on yours too. And then melt down to the bottom. Let's go 3 more. Curl under and lift off. Squeeze that butt at the top. Get a little extra burn out of that movement. Keep the low belly really scooping in deeply. And let's go 2 more times, rolling up. Sending those hips sky high and melt down. 1 more time, tailbone under. Squeeze at the top and melt down. Pulling that spine long onto the mat. Good, go ahead and hug your knees into the chest. After all that work, you deserve it. All right, and you are all done for the day. And there you have it, your Pilates Reformer on the mat. If you have any questions or comments about today's workout, feel free to drop them below in the comments box below, or you can always shoot me a DM on Instagram at Terriell Samuels. Link is below in the description. Thank you so much for watching and working out with me. Thank you so much for watching and working out with me today. If you learned something, if you had fun, if you got a good workout, make sure to hit like, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on the mat next time.